Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, I'm going to share a video that I think is super important if you're playing or planning to start Jujutsu Kaisen Zero Realm Front, especially if you are an F2P player. Today's topic is how to grind and get 1,000 gacha pulls in this game. And I'm not just going to talk about it vaguely. I'm going to break down every single step and every resource source so you can clearly understand the full picture. But before getting into the main guide, I want to quickly mention the platform I'm using to play this game, which is X7 Game. The reason I'm bringing it up at the start is because it directly affects my gameplay experience, especially when it comes to resources. The first thing that impressed me the most is the insanely deep recharge discount system. Something like a 99% discount, meaning a package that normally costs 100 would only cost you 1. But what I like even more is that the app does not require complicated ID verification or phone numbers. You can register with just a Gmail account. The system sends a 6-digit code to your email, and that's it. On top of that, the app also has built-in X5 and X10 speed options to clear stages faster, and it even includes a translation tool directly inside the app, which is super useful for players who cannot read Chinese or other languages. Most importantly, accounts created through X7 Game are usually pre-activated with VIP4, and I'll explain later why that matters. All right, enough about that. Let's get into the main topic. The first thing I want to say directly is this. When you hear 1,000 gacha pulls, do not think you will get all of them on your very first login day. I know the title sounds very exciting, but the reality is that this number represents the total amount of resources you can accumulate over a certain period of time if you play correctly. And honestly, in Jujutsu Kaisen Zero Realm Front, 1,000 pulls goal is completely achievable because the game has an event called 1,000 Continuous Draw, which literally allows you to perform 1,000 consecutive pulls once you reach the required story mission or level milestones. This is a very unique system that not many gacha games have, and it is exactly why I decided to make an entire detailed analysis video about it. So besides that event, where does the gacha currency actually come from? I'm going to separate it into different sources so it's easier to understand. The first and easiest source is the login reward system. This game has a 7-day login reward chain, and the biggest reward from those 7 days is a free Toji Fushiguro character. If you are a JJK fan, then you already know Toji is an extremely powerful character that a lot of players want. You just need to maintain continuous logins for 7 days. Even if you do not have time to play, simply open the app and close it afterward. Do not miss a single day because the chain will reset if you forget. The second source is the beginner missions. This is a quest chain designed to guide you through the early story chapters and help you learn the game systems. Every completion milestone gives a generous amount of diamonds and summon tickets. I highly recommend rushing this questline as fast as possible because it not only gives resources, but also unlocks many additional game features. The third source is the achievement system. The game has tons of small achievements, such as reaching certain levels, clearing stages for the first time, upgrading character stars, and more. Every achievement only gives a small amount of resources individually, but together they add up to a very significant amount. I personally forget to check this section a lot, but honestly, it is one of the most overlooked diamond sources in the game. The fourth source is the album reward system. I think this feature is actually pretty unique in this game. Every time you pull a new character or upgrade a character's star level, you can go into the album section and claim free diamonds based on that progress. A lot of players do not even know this system exists, so they end up missing a huge amount of free resources. I'll leave gameplay footage here so you can see where it is located in the UI. The fifth source is VIP benefits. Like I mentioned earlier, accounts created through X7 Game are usually activated with VIP4 already unlocked, and VIP4 gives you extra daily dungeon sweep attempts, additional beginner gift packs, and several other benefits. If you are playing as a pure F2P player, this is a huge advantage that you should not ignore. The sixth source is daily and weekly quests. This is the most sustainable passive resource source in basically every gacha game. not just this one. I have one personal rule: no matter how busy I am, I always open the game and finish the daily missions within around 5 to 10 minutes. Because if you skip even one day, you permanently lose resources that you can never recover later. The final source is gift codes. Instead of listing specific codes since they can expire at any time, I'll teach you how to get them directly. Inside the X7 game app, there is a welfare section on the toolbar while you are running the game. That section contains the newest gift codes and limited time coupons that get updated regularly. To redeem the codes, go to the avatar icon in the top left corner, choose Bundle Exchange, then enter the code. I strongly recommend checking this section every day because these codes usually expire very quickly. A code available today might already be gone tomorrow. Now I want to talk about gameplay strategy to optimize your resource farming speed. This part is just as important as knowing where the resources come from. First is the reroll strategy. If you're using LDPlayer or any emulator with a multi-instance feature, take full advantage of it. I usually run around 4 to 5 instances at the same time. For each new account, skip every cutscene, spend all beginner resources on the Rate Up banner, and if I do not get a high-tier character, I reset and start over. The goal of rerolling is to secure at least one top-tier character right from the beginning, because strong characters help you clear stages faster, which means you gain more resources in a shorter amount of time. This is basically the foundation of the entire F2P strategy. Second is focusing all your power into one team. This is probably the most common mistake I see new players make, spreading resources across too many characters at the same time. In Gacha games, one fully invested character is far stronger than 5 average characters. Pick one main DPS and pour all your resources into that character first, then worry about the rest later. Third is rushing the main story. The main story is the biggest gold mine during the early game phase. Every chapter clear gives extremely generous first-time rewards. If you get stuck on a chapter, do not ignore it. Go back, grind gear or levels, then return and clear it. During the early game, I recommend playing manually to learn the mechanics properly. Once you fully understand the gameplay, then switch to auto mode. At that point, you can let the game run while doing other things. Fourth is the rule of never doing single pulls. Only use tickets or diamonds when you have enough for 10 pulls, because the game usually guarantees at least one SR or SSR every 10 summons. Single pulls waste resources and are far less efficient. Fifth is saving for meta banners. Do not waste resources on standard banners just because you feel tempted. Save everything for limited banners or characters that can completely change the game's meta. And based on what I've observed, UR and SP tier characters usually start appearing consistently in the pool after around 1 to 2 weeks of active gameplay. So if you stay dedicated, you will eventually have a chance to access them. Okay, now I want to quickly talk about the team composition that I think is the most effective right now. The strongest team I've seen so far includes Satoru Gojo, Special Grade Gojo Nirvana, Ryomen Sukuna, Special Grade Sukuna True Form, Yuta Okotsu, Special Grade Yuta, Utahime Iori, Special Grade, Utahime as Support, and Toji Fushiguro. This team is almost unbeatable if you manage to get all 5 characters, and the character I currently consider the most broken is Final Form Sukuna True Form because he deals true damage, meaning his damage is not reduced by any type of defense, while also being able to prevent enemies from healing or reviving. In difficult stages or PvP, this is an incredibly huge advantage. To summarize, if you want to reach 1,000 gacha pulls as an F2P player, you need to combine multiple things together. Complete the 1,000 continuous draw event, log in consistently for 7 days to get Toji Fushiguro, take advantage of VIP 4 from X7 game, never skip daily and weekly quests, check gift codes every day inside the welfare section of the app, and most importantly, invest your resources correctly so you can clear stages faster and continuously earn more rewards. The biggest lesson for F2P grinders is this: never spend resources emotionally. I know when you see a beautiful character or someone with an amazing backstory, you immediately want to pull for them. But always ask yourself, does this character help me clear stages faster? Are they limited? And are they part of the current meta? If the answer is no, then skip the banner and save your resources for the next one. Alright, I think today's video covered everything pretty thoroughly. If you found it helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you do not miss future videos. I'm planning to make more detailed tier lists and advanced strategy later on. See you all in the next video.